Steve, why can't you play this tune 15 times in a row? I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
know. I know. I hope that again, I'm not out of, copyright. There was this song probably about 1981 or 82, and it was back when the video game Pac-Man was real popular on the old Atari. And the name of the song is called Pac-Man Fever by a group called Buckner and Garcia. And it's cute as all get out. And every time I hear that, I somehow associate it
I
with,
get it. Yeah, it has that technical type of sound to it. Yeah.
if you think back to the song Pac-Man Fever, Pac-Man driving me crazy, it makes me think of that song. Not that I have the best singing voice, and yes, I've done some karaoke in the past, and I have been complimented. I have been told that I sound better than some on American Idol that wind up, moving on to the next step. But that's a whole other story. But while we're here today, Jan from New York City. Hey,
Hey,
Jan.
Steve. Hey, everybody.
What we're going to talk about, though, today, more or less, is just talk about some things about the dollar store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Steve, I heard a few, I don't even know if I should say it, heard a few pretty alarming reports on a couple of videos. Sometimes a video comes up in your feed, even if you're not, associated with a channel. But I said, you know what, this title looks, interesting and important. And it had to do with some changes with food and supplies in the next few months. Whether it's accurate or not, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it was very interesting to watch this thing nonetheless. And one of the reports that I got from viewing this video, and it seems like a very reputable channel, mentioned that of all things, in the next few weeks or months, you're not going to believe what's going to go up a lot in price in the next few months, according to that video. Snack cakes. Now, I know that sounds crazy and it might sound unimportant, but for the family that does have, kids and they like to get a couple little things, even though the most inexpensive one that has a little girl's name in it in the title, Debbie, remember that cake? That one is supposed to go up pretty much in the next couple of months. And that's unusual because that one usually always stays pretty
Yeah,
low.
that you, yeah, I can usually pick up a box of Little Debbie's, like 220, 230, 240 a box, and then if I want a bigger packaging of it, I can get it for like 4 or 5. And I think the only real difference is the size of the cake is larger.
Yes.
What?
And the reason I'm bringing this up, Steve, because I know we're going to discuss about the Dollar Tree type stores.
Hmm.
Now is the time because a lot of those Dollar Tree type stores carry very similar snack cakes like that. Now is the time to consider if you're going to. I mean, I know it sounds like a frivolous thing, and yeah, it's a treat, but if a person could get that treat for less money right now and put it away, I don't know. I guess they're freezable. I don't know. I'm just saying. So that was like one of the reports. Now is the time, Steve, and I'm really glad that you want to talk about, things of the Dollar Tree that you have had success with,
Hmm.
because now is the time. Anyone viewing, you really may want to consider, adding certain things that we know for a fact that have worked, at least for us in general in life, to consider stocking up now when the prices are better.
Better. Yes. Yeah. Um. Well, I mean, I've got a few things that I have bought at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, that I would, gladly encourage others to get as well. Um, as all of you know, and I've shown it before, I'm a fan of the Armored Chili original with the beans. But about 6, 7 months ago, maybe, I know it was probably last year, I bought chili at the dollar store, Southgate brand, Southgate. I paid $1.25. I actually prefer it just as well, and I poured it out of the can into a bowl, I didn't have to spoon it out. It all came out comfortably. I never was a fan of real clumpy chili, but I don't like too loose either. So this is like the most ideal chili for those that like a good chili. And then if you want to try the tamale thing that I had mentioned, that I'm still looking for in the dollar store. I haven't seen it yet, but I've had several successes with some food items, especially. I've bought chips. Um, there's a snack. I consider it a snack. It's like a treat. It's like a long stick. It's spelled Pirouline. It's got like hazelnut filling in the middle. It's crunchy. Well, I had bought some last year. One was hazelnut, one was dark chocolate. And I was very happy with the taste of it. I've bought those. I've bought their brand of shortbread cookie. Yeah, Walker's is pretty much the head honcho when it comes to that. But they weren't bad for what they are. I can tell you this much. I have yet to try their butter cookies, but I have bought Royal Dansk. I got them back during the holidays. Boy, was I let down. The Royal Dansk that I remember,
Yeah.
even 40 years back, that buttery flavor that you used to have, that's not there anymore. They took it away. So I'm curious to see how, and I need to get it. I would like to purchase a small can of the butter cookies at the Dollar Tree and compare it and see what the difference is. Because
I've had their version. Not to interrupt you, Steve. I've had the dollar store version of it was a smaller can. It looked like the royal one, and it was delicious.
was it okay? All right, yeah, because I've got a Dollar Tree not too far from me. That's the reason. Um,
You
but
know, Steve,
yeah,
to your
um,
point about the canned chili, you're bringing up an excellent point. I didn't mean to intrude, but this is important.
yeah,
Um, with what I'm mentioning, there's going to be some increases in price in the next few months. Some people want to hear it, some people don't want to hear it. We're not being alarmist. We're just saying, just prepare for a little bit of increases in price. If you're okay with it, hey, great. But if you want to stay ahead of the game, you just mentioned a great thing, the chili, and you paid literally $1.25 for that delicious chili.
yeah.
This is a great stockpiling item, $1.25. Steve, I don't know if you know this, but every Friday for the last few weeks, my channel has been reminding people who are, maybe new to stockpiling or just encouraging, the people who currently do it to just take that $5. Did you take your $5 and did you start a stockpile? Let's think about this. You could get 4 of those chilies for $5.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing to stockpile because it has, good shelf life on it.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you froze for a sec, but yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know we're having trouble. Forgive us for that. It's not on us. It's
No, it's not. It's
out
not.
of our hands.
But one can of chili could easily feed two people.
Yeah.
So for $5, you said 4 cans. That's yeah, that's a that's not bad. And then chili's a blank canvas. You can do a lot of things with it. The tamale, you can put shredded cheese. You can put crackers in it, chopped up. There's so many different things you can do with chili. I mean,
So you had great success with chili at the dollar type
I
store.
did. Yes, I
What
did.
other stuff have you enjoyed at the dollar store?
Well, I mentioned the Paroline, their
Yes.
version. That's good. Their version of the shortbread
Sounds so
cookie.
good. Yes.
Um, let's see. I've bought their chips. I bought pretzels. Um, I
How
have
about pasta?
never bought pasta, but I bought their ramen noodles one time.
Uh-huh.
Pretty good, not too
Oh,
bad.
wait,
And
you're not going to believe this one, Steve. Ramen noodles are going to also go up in price, according to what I saw on a very reliable source video. Imagine ramen noodles, Steve, going up.
well, I remember back when ramen noodles was like 14 cents a pack, 13 cents a pack. Not anymore. Now you're approaching almost 30 just for one. And that's not the one you get in the cup. Those are more expensive. That's what I found. I found a 3 pack of the instant lunches. where you add the water and heat it up. Not that. And let's see. I'm trying to think what else I've bought there. They say condiments is not bad to get at the dollar store, but I've never purchased it. I have bought. Let's see. I have bought hamburger meat. It's it's all right. Um, I mean, it's 80% meat. I mean, 80/20. It's all right. I would much rather shop elsewhere and get a little better quality because when I purchase hamburger meat, I try to stay 85 or better.
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to think what else I've bought
Steve, I
there.
have a question for you. Do they sell products that are similar? Because I haven't been to a Dollar Tree in a while. Do they sell products at this time, like canned meat products, like, for example, similar, not the name brand, to Spam, for example? Do they have
They
like
have
those
that.
canned? They do. Well, this is the time to strongly consider if you like this and you want to get a good price. If you could get it at the $1.25 price, that's amazing to get that and to add that to your stockpile too.
Well, I will, since we're on the topic of lunch meats, you could add tuna to that because that's technically what you would put on a sandwich. Yes, you can eat it as a standalone as well. I would not purchase tuna at the dollar store. I would not because you're going to pay $1.25 for it. Not when you can go over to say Walmart and get their brand for like 84 cents a can.
Yeah.
You know, I've shown it before. I'll show it again. I bought 10 cans of tuna fish. I got it right here. I have yet to open it and use it, but I paid like 8 something for 10 cans.
Amazing.
So, and I got another deal. I've bought Wellesley Farms, which is BJ's Wholesale Club brand. I bought 6 cans of chicken breast for like 7.99. That's
Oh,
pretty.
that's a deal.
And the can is like yay thick, round.
Very
So
excellent.
you're not getting the little rinky dink one like this.
No,
So
no.
some things I say is worth getting at the dollar store, but some things no. That's why I say, like I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, you have to know your prices. That way
Yes.
you know what and what not to get.
I
It's
love
important.
that you pointed that out about knowing your numbers. Knowing your numbers in general is very, very important. You know what, Steve? To this minute, I still get use out of that box of tea that I got about a year and a half back from the dollar store. A friend brought it to me. Instead of paying $5 for 100, at that time they were still selling it at 100, but
100.
$5, for the standard tea, the big name that everyone knows, tastes exactly the same to me. Got it at, I guess he paid $1.25, my friend, for it, and I still got 100. I think now they cut it down to 80 at the dollar store at this time.
60 because I
Now
purchased it,
it's 60. Wow, that's a change again.
but I won't buy tea at the dollar store. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's not.
Right.
Why should I pay $1.25 for 60 bags of tea when I could go to an Aldi or a Save a Lot and get 100 bags for $1.89?
Okay, so here's the difference. See, now because of that change, now you have to flip, flop, flop, flip.
Right. Even, well, this is based on a few months back. So even if the price went to 199 or even 209, that's still better than what you would pay at the Dollar Tree because at Dollar Tree you're going to pay 250 for 120 bags.
That's a perfect example that not
Yeah,
everything is going to be the deal at the dollar type store. No.
right. Yes, it's not. So no, you definitely have to shop. Not just that, there's other things that you could buy. I've bought certain types of juices at the dollar store. That you have to be careful with. I don't know if any of all of you or many of you know this. When you go to purchase a juice, cranberry, grapefruit, whatever, read that label. And if you do not see 100% juice, stay away from it, because if you don't do that, you pick it up, cocktail or some other, it says contains 10% juice, 20% juice. So you're paying 80% water to get, no. That's why when it comes to certain juices, I look for the 100%. Another good fruit juice I like to get is one called Juicy Juice. But definitely with the fruit juices, you still have to be careful too, because you're not always, oh, I got cranberry. Yeah, 100%, or are you getting the one that's infested with all the sugar, the corn syrups, and all the crap in it? Yes, I said it, but you know what I mean. So you
Yes.
really have to, you really gotta read your labels. That's the big thing.
In my
Read.
opinion, read the labels is right, but in my opinion, another bargain at the dollar store, and I know you tend to agree, like paper goods, like maybe gift cards, gift bags,
Okay.
wrapping paper.
Yes. Yes, and yes. I'll tell you why. My my sister. It's a pretty good ways back. I said, you know the white boxes you use that you put a shirt, a pair of pants that's got a lid on it that you wrap it up for to give somebody a gift. I said, why don't you go to the dollar store and get that there and get your wrapping paper and your bows and your ribbon and your tape. I said, you're going to save quite a bit of money there than if you go to a department store like Target, Walmart, or similar to get the same thing. You mentioned a greeting card, I think. Why
Yes,
pay $5 for a greeting card when you can go to the Dollar Tree and sometimes you can get two cards for a buck 25? Okay, so it's not. Sometimes you might get lucky. It says Hallmark or American Greetings. You might get lucky, but you're paying for almost the same greeting. But why pay the extra money?
no, and I'm sorry to be rude, but how many people, and I'm sure a lot of viewers may agree, you give a card to someone, they look at it and they go, "Oh, thank you, how nice," and they put it away.
That's the end of it, right?
Or done deal. So I'm going to pay $8 for. Oh, how nice. No.
No, no, just because if I ever do like gift cards, I do that. I'm big about the gift card thing, especially during the Christmas holiday. I can go to the dollar store and get two for 125, just like the greeting card, where you buy a little card with a little inscription where you can put a gift card in it and give it, because I do the gift card thing at Christmas. I'm not one to go out and shop and buy things and, oh, but I wanted the brown one, or I wanted the one like this, or I wanted that color. You did your best to get the product, but they're not happy with the which one you got. So I just give you money, gift card. You go get your own as you like. I'd rather do that. Everybody's happy. But I do have one relative. I'll be glad to mention him by name, not by name, but my youngest nephew. He doesn't want a gift card. He just wants straight money. So what I'll do is I'll get the gift card, I'll open it up, or the I'll just lay it down in there, close it, stick it, seal it, put his name on it, and we're good.
That's
He,
it.
my youngest
Mhm.
nephew, is the easiest, simplest person to shop for because I know what he wants. Even on his birthday, he just wants the cash. He's not into the
Straight
gift
cash.
card,
There you go.
which is fine by me. You're doing me a
Yeah.
huge favor by doing that. So,
It takes a lot of pressure off. Sometimes you're just better off with the simplest of ideas, Steve.
mhm,
Amazing.
yeah,
No, but there are a number of things that you could really do very well. Basically the paper goods, things like a box of tea. I mean, and it all depends on the level of your financial situation. If you're really, really struggling and trying to find tons of ways to cut back, that's a good place to go. All the discount places, like you mentioned, the Aldi's, all the discount places, places where you like Walmart, for example, places where you're going to get a deal. And yes,
yeah,
making the Dollar Tree type store part of it is a very, excuse me, very important thing if you're accessible to it to make the best of it. And those cookies you mentioned are really good with ice cream. Those Pirulina,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, crumbled up.
they're really good.
One other item that's good at the Dollar Tree is whenever I buy a kitchen sponge, because I still use dish detergent and a sponge to wash my dishes. I don't have a dishwasher. I buy. I, I'm used to buying the Scotch one that's yellow on the bottom and it's got like a bluish looking on top for where you can scrub.
Yes.
But I bought a couple of those at the Dollar Tree. It's not Scotch brand. It's another brand. I've gotten pretty good longevity out of it. Now, depending on what it is, certain um, dishwashing liquids is good. Certain ones, I'm not saying them all. There's some that I wouldn't even touch with a 10-foot pole. Like they do have a variant of Dawn. It's decent. It's not exactly Dawn, but it's got the OxyClean ingredient in it, but it's pretty good for what it is. I've bought palm olive. That's all right. There's certain ones that I'll buy, but there's some um, I'll avoid. I'll avoid
You know
Ajax.
what other I like? That's Ajax isn't bad. You know which one I don't? I love the smell of it, but I haven't seen it. Sunlight. Remember that one?
Oh gosh, yeah. Talk about
Oh,
yeah.
that smell is amazing. You smell like you're opening up a lemon.
When I think of sunlight, that's immediately taking me back to the 1980s. Immediately,
Yeah.
I think back to the 80s. No, I remember that. I remember that one. Here's one that you might have forgot about. Joy.
Oh, I forgot about it. Ah, is it still in existence?
I don't know. That's a good one though. Yeah, that's a good.
Well, you guys let us know. Ah,
Yeah. All right.
wow.
Well, this was a good little chat we had about the Dollar Tree, and you know now now that prices are about to hit.
Yeah, and the change is gonna. I mean, according to what I saw on the video, and you could just look yourself, you'll find them. This video sounds like from a reputable channel. I think a lot of changes may be taking place like towards the end of the summer and that twist when we turn to the early fall. So it's July. We still have time. We still have time to stay a little bit ahead of the game. And
Yeah,
that's the trick, Steve, to stay ahead of the
yeah.
game.
That's what I plan on doing. Now that I
Yeah.
know this, I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
things that I would normally use on a fairly regular basis, go ahead and stock up on.
This sounds really crazy, but one of the items I remember that may be going up a bit again is Oreos, and they have increased steadily in the last year and a half.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
And the best place I have found to get Oreo cookies is at the wholesale club because I can buy a whole thing of it. So,
Excellent.
but they last me like 2, 3, 4 months on end because what I'll do is I'll eat two or three, set it aside, and then eat the remaining two or three at a later venture. I don't eat them all at once.
Oh no.
No, I do. I tend to do a lot of things in moderation, certain foods. But all right. Well, this was fun. I'm glad everybody could be here. I'm glad we could come on and
Thank
you
you
know
so much for having me.
anytime, sure. And you know, be on the lookout for us again. Usually, you know, toward the end of the week. And you never know. I might get a little spontaneous. I'm trying to, and throw up a video out of the blue. I just don't know what I'm going to talk about just yet. So, I hope all of you have a fantastic rest of your, whatever time of day it is. And we'll see you back here another time. Bye.
Bye.